a lot of relaxation. It gives you, it helps people to relax. It helps people to relax. It reduces their stress. It helps people to reflect, to think, to plan. It makes people more creative about a lot of things because you start finding out shortcut. It helps people to reduce their overthinking because when you're lazy, the body starts to be lazy. You may be thinking, but there is the reduction in the overthinking, which also helps you to be more clear about something. It helps you to have that overthinking as well. And the final one is, it also helps you to increase your level of patience in life. Now, if you have to keep yourself on one of these categories, कि laziness or activeness, कुन चाहिँ क्याटेगोरीमा तपाईले आफुलाई राख्नुहुन्छ त? Are you a lazy person or are you an active person? Now, talking about me, am I more lazy or am I more active? My answer would be, I would keep myself in the category of laziness. I'm more like a lazy person than I'm an active person. Now, those people who have been following me since quite a while, YouTube ma, ya mero trainings ma, ya mero seminars ma, ya aru kunai genre of life ma, they would probably disagree with this statement that I'm a lazy person, but you see, the fact being told, I am more of a lazy person than being an active person. My dear friends, there's something interesting about laziness as well. The interesting thing is laziness has a lot of advantages at the same time. And what we believe is laziness is bad, laziness is not good. You got to be more active in life, you got to be more energetic in life. Break your laziness, which is an amazing advice because laziness ko tonnai disadvantages haru pani chan, but there is something interesting about laziness, and that is there are a lot of advantages of laziness. There are a lot of light side, there are a lot of good sides of laziness as well. So oileko video, my dear friends, we are going to highlight some of the major fundamental good things or advantages of laziness. So let us begin the process. The first advantage of laziness, my dear friends, is laziness helps to reduce overthinking. Overthinking is one of the main issue with many of us, isn't it? We think a lot about a small issue, एउटा issue बारेमा यति धेरै हामीहरु सोच्न थाल्छौं कि man, the overthinking, it drains our energy. We don't have a good conclusion and it really makes us feel bad or it takes us in wrong direction and we hate that overthinking. You see, in laziness, it reduces overthinking. Why? किनकि तपाईको शरीर is not very active. जब तपाईको शरीर is not very active, जब तपाईको शरीर is lazy, what happens is your thought, it starts to become lazy as well. जब तपाईको body is lazy, your mind starts to be lazy as well. And when your body is lazy, equals to when your mind is lazy, the number of thoughts which you usually get, it slowly and gradually begins to reduce. So point number one, my dear friends, laziness helps to reduce overthinking in our life. Now going to point number two, laziness helps you to be stress-free. We have a lot of stress all around us. We have a lot of suicidal attempts. We have a lot of people who are depressed. We have a lot of sadness and negative energies all around us, isn't it? And one of the main advantages of laziness is it helps us to reduce our stress from our body. The advantage number three, laziness also gives us abundance amount of relaxation. Of course it does, because when you're lazy, your body is not moving. When you're lazy, most of the time you are in comfort. When you're lazy, most of the time you are in that relaxation mode. किनकि शरीरलाई laziness भनेको तपाई शरीरलाई तन्काउँदै हुनुहुन्न नि त, comfort zone भन्दा बाहिर लग्दै हुनुहुन्न नि त. So जब तपाई comfort zone मा हुनुहुन्छ, you are not panicking. जब तपाई comfort zone मा हुनुहुन्छ, your body is not stretching. जब तपाई comfort zone मा हुनुहुन्छ, your body is in that state of relaxation. And relaxation is something we need in this generation because most of us, we are not relaxed. You see, and this is something laziness helps us to be into. Laziness does not directly give relaxation, but laziness helps us to be more relaxed at the same time. Advantage number four, my dear friends, laziness helps to make people smarter. Laziness helps people to be smart. What does that mean? When you're lazy, what do? Is you start to think of shortcut to do something. कुनै पनि कामलाई shortcut तरिकाबाट तपाई complete गर्न खोज्नुहुन्छ. किनकि तपाईले shortcut गर्नु भएन, long cut गर्नु भयो भने it is going to consume hell amount of energy and you are too lazy to go for the long cut. You are too lazy to give much more time to it. You are too lazy to give much more energy on that. So एकदम धेरै energy दिनु भन्दा what you start to say, you start to focus on the shortcut to it. किनकि जब तपाई shortcut को बाटो अपनाउनुहुन्छ, you can be more lazy. जब तपाई shortcut को बाटो अपनाउनुहुन्छ, you don't have to work hard. जब तपाई shortcut को बाटो अपनाउनुहुन्छ, you can spend more time on that mode of relaxation. So since laziness helps us to focus on the shortcut, You start to be more creative, you start to be smarter, you start to think of some other possibilities. So it makes your mind more fertile. So in my case, as I told you, I'm a lazy person, which my family members and my close friends, they are well aware about this. Since I'm a lazy person, I do kitchen bata afno room ma khane kura lagnu paryo भने चाहिँ I'm not like एउटा plate र कचौरा एकचोटि लग्ने हैन कि प्लेट कचौरा ग्लास चम्चा सबै कुराहरु एउटा यहाँ राख्ने मुखमा राख्ने टाउकोमा राख्ने जबरजस्ती एकैचोटि यति धेरै लगेर जाने के. And my mummy is like, see, lazy people find a way to do things in a very shortcut way, because she has seen me and I usually find out those shortcuts to complete those tasks, especially when I'm really lazy. You see, so laziness helps us to be more fertile. Laziness helps us to make our mind more fertile. Laziness helps us to be more creative at the same time. And now the next amazing advantage of laziness is laziness gives an opportunity to think, plan, and reflect. Wow. Because when we are hyperactive, when we are like really working hard, when we are like anytime really active, anytime really energetic, what happens is जब तपाईमा energy आउँछ, you get into motion. र त्यो मोसनमा गइसकेको कारणले गर्दा sometimes you do not have enough time to plan properly, versus when you are lazy, what happens is तपाईको शरीरले धेरै काम गर्दैन हैन त. यस तपाईको माइन्डको ओभरथिंकिङ पनि घटेको हुन्छ. सो शरीरले त्यति काम गर्दैन, माइन्डको ओभरथिंकिङ पनि घटेको हुन्छ. बुम भन्नाले now you can think about some of the cream things. तपाईको फिल्टर आउट भएर एकदमै चाहिने कुराहरु तपाईले सोच्ने सम्भावना बढी हुन्छ. The more lazy a person is, the more the person is spending much more time thinking, dreaming. Laziness gives an opportunity to think, to dream, to plan, and a very powerful word, it gives an opportunity to reflect as well. Reflection भन्नाले के हो? तपाईले ऐनामा हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने you're looking into the ऐना, तपाईले आँखाबाट रे गयो, त्यहाँनिर ठोक्यो, फेरि फर्केर आयो. That is what reflection is. Reflection is looking back in time. आफ्नो लाइफलाई हेर्ने अनि त्यो कुराहरुलाई अनेक एंगलबाट रिफ्लेक्ट गर्ने. यो कस्तो भयो, के गर्नु पर्यो, के हुन सक्थ्यो. You see, you're reflecting something from different angles. That's reflection. Laziness gives us this opportunity to think about something. It helps us to plan something. It helps us to build more dreams. It helps us to set more goals. It helps us to think the things which we gotta think. It helps us to reflect more in our life. The next advantage of laziness, my dear friends, it helps us to be in shadow in front of other people. There are some people who want to go in the stage, be popular. There are some people who want to remain in the shadow. Yes, they may go into the stage, but they want to be in the shadow. Okay, I'm the one. And what happens is, when you are lazy, people around you are going to underestimate you, isn't it? You're not very active. You are very lazy. People may think, "Isko kaam chaina hai, त्यति active छैन है, यसले त्यति गर्न सक्दैन है." So you are in shadow, and those people who are in shadow, they have high opportunity to really win the game, because no one is counting them, but they have their potential, and once they work on it, boom, they are out there to win the race. And last but not least, my dear friends, the last advantage of laziness, in my opinion, is laziness helps us to have more patience in our life. भन्नुपर्दा तपाईलाई बढी धैर्यता भएको व्यक्ति lazinessले बनाउँछ. किनकि you're not active, you see, किनकि you're not dynamic, you see, you're lazy, हैन त? भन्नाले you have धैर्यता by default. तपाईमा त्यो पेशेन्स छ. जब तपाई लेजिनेसको मोडमा हुनुहुन्छ, तपाई आत्तिनु हुन्न नि त. जब तपाई लेजिनेस हुनुहुन्छ, तपाई प्यानिक हुन्न, तपाईमा धेरै टेन्सन आउँदैन. जब तपाई लेजिनेस छ तपाईमा, ठिकै छ नि त, भइहाल्छ नि त, होला नभए भोलि होला. You have more of धैर्यता, isn't it? Yes, you postpone things, you procrastinate, and there are a lot of disadvantages, but laziness also helps us to build our patience. My dear friends, अहिलेको भिडियोमा what we are trying to do is, we are not really trying to inspire you to be lazy. We are trying to tell you that there is something amazing about laziness, and I would like to call it the art of laziness. If you can be lazy when it is fine to be lazy, it's wonderful, it can be a gift. If you are lazy, probably it is not worth it. Laziness is fine when it is fine to be lazy. But as long as, my dear friends, you can beat your laziness when it is time for you to be active, laziness is damn worth it. I repeat, as long as you can beat your laziness when it is time to be active, laziness is worth it. That's what I would like to tell to you. If there are any other advantages about laziness, or if there are any other interesting stories that has happened in your life because you have been lazy once in a while, you can share those stories and share your opinion about other advantages of laziness out there in the comment below. I love to read those, and we can have brief, wonderful discussion out there. I hope it has been wonderful for every one of us to know how laziness can really help us out loud. I wish you all the very best. Fine to be lazy, fine to relax, fine to reduce your overthinking. And yes, it is fine to tell other people, sometimes it is fine to be lazy. I wish you all the very best. God bless you. Sun signing.